I'm AC Cash. This is
Jay the Technician.
and this is
JD. Boom.
and we're coming to you on behalf of Pivot Point Investors, where we help the everyday investor invest in real estate and stock market to achieve financial security. Hey, we got to talk about all this blood in the water, all this red we're seeing. There's a lot of red in the market.
See a red.
See a red. So that should we be scared?
No.
Oh, okay. Pivot, y'all talking not scared. Hey, we're looking at the market. We're seeing what's happening. Things are going up, things are going down, but we're going to give it to you straight, no chase here on Pivot Point Investors. Let's talk about this market. You ready?
Let's go.
Hi, I'm AC Cash. This is
Jay the Technician.
and this is
JD. Boom.
and we're here on behalf of Pivot Point Investors, where we take the individual stock investor and helps him grow his nest egg through stock investment and real estate investment. So hey guys, there's blood in the water.
Hey man.
It's blood in the water.
See a red today,
See a
man.
red. We're talking about this stock market. We're talking about things going down and things going up, and sometimes they come back down.
That's right.
So we're going to talk about it, some of the factors that are influencing this stock market. Stock market is on a roller coaster right now.
That's right.
But I know all of my pivot guys, they're scared.
Nah.
Are they scared?
Nah.
They're not scared?
Nah.
They chilling?
Nah, we chill.
Okay,
Chill.
okay. Let's talk about why we're chilling. Why we believe that it's necessary to go through these cycles and understand what the market is doing, get your information, keep you informed, so you don't let that FEAR come into play. No fear here.
That's
Let's
right.
talk about it. So when we're talking about this market, it's red.
It is.
Why is it
By and
red?
large.
Why is it red? Why red?
I mean, at the end of the day, we look at factors. We try to find out what is the reason of most things. Some things are really, to me, self-explanatory. We had an incredible December.
Right.
We had a superb January.
Right.
Every single market has broken waves and created brand new highs. I mean, the highest it's ever been in history of the stock market.
Okay.
I simply think it's realistically pointed to profit taking. Eventually, people gotta get their money. I mean, they don't necessarily have to stay in them forever, but there comes a time where it's time to collect.
Okay, so we're looking at the stock tickers, we're looking at the market, we're looking at all those Robin Hoods and Cash App stuff and TD Ameritrade and all those places where we might be monitoring the market. We see if it's green, that means we're making money that day. If it's showing in red, that means it's got a negative next to it and the stocks are going down. And right now we got a sea of red, and we're saying they're taking profits. People saying, hey, I made some bread. Let me run into my hole with my little cash. Let me cash it on out. That's what we're talking about?
That's right.
Give me some particulars there, Mr. Boom.
Well, I'll tell you, Cash.
Mhm.
Simplest thing that especially our beginning members can see and think about when they see all this red is there are more sellers than buyers.
Okay.
There
Okay.
are more sellers than buyers in the market.
Okay, so everybody's losing money?
Percentage, proportionally speaking, you
They're
would have
losing
lost.
money?
Well, you lost, so it's not a loss until you sell.
Okay.
So it's not a loss. It's a paper asset. It's up and down. So it's not a loss or a gain until you sell.
Mhm.
So no, nobody's really lost anything.
And then we're talking about a net of a group of people.
Correct.
So if there was 50 of us in this room
Yeah.
and 51 of them sold,
Yeah.
then it'll show it going down.
Correct.
And when we talk about stocks, we're talking about thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people being in this market.
Correct.
Okay, okay.
And to even add a little bit more color to that, imagine you bought the stock when it was a lot lower. Say you bought a stock, it was $10 a share.
Okay.
It ran up.
No, but give them the one that you love the most, EV. NIO. NIO. I'm gonna let him have this one because he bought it at $6.
Lower than that, but yeah.
Oh man, see, add to that. So even when he bought it at $6, we saw it go as high as $60.
6-0.
Now today it's at 44. That's low, but does that mean JD's not making money?
It does
It
not
does
mean
not.
that.
No.
Right.
Okay.
So
it's just showing the red of it coming down from 60
its
to
high,
from-
yeah, what it was
Okay.
at a different
So we
point.
gotta regulate our fear, our
Yeah.
anxiety, because
Yeah.
if it's raining outside and you're selling umbrellas, you're the man.
That's
you're
right.
smiling, you're dancing in the rain.
Absolutely.
But if you're the guy sitting there and you don't have $2 for the umbrella, you
Yeah.
got a problem.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the people in the market, the people been following Boom and the technician and
Yeah.
Cash, so they probably dancing in the rain.
They buying it
They dancing in
right.
the
So
rain.
you had you know, the market had took a little dip today, a little pullback.
Mm-hmm.
But by and large, if you bought when we were saying, hey, get in, crew, this is what we doing, this is what you might want to consider,
Right.
and you actually move forward, then you kind of on easy street like we are with a lot of these plays.
Okay.
So it's a pullback. So yeah, if I sold or y'all sold yesterday, we would have made more profit. But that doesn't mean we're not making a profit right now.
That's an important thing to understand.
Yeah.
If you could have sold at 60 in the previous scenario, but you sold at 40, it doesn't mean you took a loss.
Correct.
It meant you took less profit.
Correct.
And with Mr. Boom, he always likes to say it's not a loss until you sell.
Absolutely.
So quite possibly you could hold it and take the ride back up.
Tomorrow or tomorrow's Friday or next week, Monday, Tuesday, top of the week. Right back.
Okay, and then again, if you're a long-term investor, you can be holding it for the long haul.
right.
Now, why would you hold it for the long haul? Because you believe what?
You believe in the
You
company.
believe in the company.
Okay, that meant you
Or
check
you
some
want-
fundamentals.
You
check
want to
some-
get married.
You wanna
Like
get
that's
married?
getting married to the
Oh,
company.
or just didn't boo them up. Didn't boo
No,
the
this is
stock
not
up.
booed
Put
up.
the ring on it.
You put the ring on
And
it.
you're gonna ride.
Oh, you're gonna ride.
But you see, this fear though at times is overwhelming because you'll watch the news today and they're gonna say Dow fell 600 points.
Okay.
Do you know how many times we've heard the word the Dow's fell 600 points? And the part that no one thinks about is the Dow's never at the same number. When the Dow was at 14,000 and it dropped 600 points, they said, "Oh my God." When the Dow was at 20,000, it dropped 600 points. Oh my, the Dow's at 34,000. 600 actually means a lot less than it used to. The
Absolutely.
number is much bigger.
As a percentage of the whole.
Right, but they're catching people on that fear. They see that big number. Oh my, I need to jump ship. When really, you're just gonna make it easy for the man to come behind you and buy it at a cheaper price.
And that's the second part of the equation. What do we do if we're sitting here liquid and we see all that red? What should we be looking at?
Got two choices. I let J-Tech say the first choice.
I mean, you have the simplicity one, which is buy the dip.
Buy. Let's buy the dip.
Buy the deal.
What's our other choice?
Do nothing.
Nothing. You can just
Chill. And just ride it out. Live to fight another day, Craig.
Okay.
Live to fight another day, Craig.
We going into Fridays? That's Friday or next Friday?
Hey, that's Friday.
That's
That's the original, man.
Okay.
Live to fight another day, Craig. We
That's
can do
important to
nothing.
understand. There's
Yeah.
options. Just because
Yeah.
something turns one day, I mean, that can't be the whole narrative.
That should not be your moving force to jerk with every movement.
Okay.
Jerk.
We're not doing that.
We just jerk.
We're not doing that.
Like, you gotta be smooth, right? We gotta be
Chill out a little bit.
body control. You
Okay,
know,
so
like
that's what we're talking about.
mind control. That's
Okay,
right.
so
Yeah.
we've been watching this market.
Yeah.
We know we've been, if they're listening properly, they're buying when we're discussing buying.
Absolutely.
When there's meat on the bone to buy. And then they're looking at some of the indicators and listening when the sell opportunities come.
Absolutely.
And then they're taking profits.
That's right.
And if they're sitting there liquid, they're looking for blood in the water.
That's right.
So that they can buy.
Buy it
So
on
they
sale.
can buy.
Just like shoes they buy on sale. Just
Oh.
like houses they buy on sale. Just
Oh.
like
That's right.
cars.
That's right. We want to buy low, sell high.
There we go.
And the red indicates we might be at a low.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful.
Right.
I can deal with that.
That's right.
I can deal with that.
That's right. Now, for J-Tech, we was talking, and you was in my office all day today talking about GameStop.
GameStop.
GME.
Okay.
Stock ticker.
Okay.
And J-Tech, what we talking about? What you got on, J? What you got on?
So I don't know nothing about GameStop. So could you fill me in? What are we
We're
talking about?
gonna
here?
start with the simple disclaimer that I've been giving every time I talk about GameStop. I am not here to give you any financial advice or
Right.
tell you what to do with your money or not with your money.
Okay. Just
But I
having a
will
conversation.
keep telling somebody, I told them so.
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
get caught in the hype. The biggest problem with GameStop now is that it's rising after market. So you don't get to
What's
see
an
that.
aftermarket? I don't know
That
about
means
that.
that after 4 o'clock, your computer says the market's closed. You can't go back in. But the banks technically are in 24 hours a day, 5.5 days a week. The
Institutional
money has to
banks,
stay moving because our market is connected to the whole world. So just because it's 4 o'clock here doesn't mean it's 4 o'clock somewhere else.
For
So
sure.
markets are still functioning,
Okay.
companies are still being traded. So
Okay.
after hours is when the market is being traded, when we as the retail people cannot get in.
Okay, so half of the people know that the after hour club opens up when the other clubs stop, and they just keep going.
They keep going.
Okay, I'm with you.
But it is a thing that a few of the platforms do offer after-hours trading up until 8 p.m.
Okay.
So that, and a lot of them do charge for that.
But they do that.
But they give that access. So you could, it's a small percentage that may be retail investors that are buying after hours up until 8 p.m. You know.
Okay. So we're talking about the activity that happens after the regular market closes. Okay. And keep going with this GameStop stuff.
So the market opens up. GameStop is on a rage again, and it ain't even been 48 hours. Ain't even 48 hours, and here we go again. Everybody's like, GameStop's gonna run. But there's one huge difference this time.
Okay.
The big boys ain't playing.
Oh.
See, they beat the big boys up the first time. They felt the pain, and all of them lost close to, what was it, $21 billion?
With a B?
With a B.
Okay.
So them big boys said, you know what? We are not touching this stock ever again. We're going to leave this
Y'all can have that a little bit.
Y'all can have this thing.
Okay.
And what they didn't realize is these Reddit individuals, and hopefully it's not our Pivot Point members, got back into the hype of listening to these Pivot Point guys, ran back into this market, not realizing.
Not the Pivot Point
No,
guys.
not us.
Listen to the Reddit guys.
Listen to the
Reddit guys.
Okay.
They go back in there, and all of a sudden, they are running this market up. But what they don't know is they're going against their own retail investors.
Right.
So you're in there buying it, and I'm in there selling it, and we're on the same team. So what did we end up seeing today? JD came to me and he said, man, the market's at a high of 170. This will be a great moment to sell if you jumped in and caught some money. And sure enough, his accuracy was so spot on. Gotta give JD Boomwords credit. The market did not see a damn another high.
Okay.
It stopped at 170 and fell all the way down the entire day, went as low as $101. 170 to 101, and then closed at 108.
Okay.
So if anybody who would have jumped in and bought that hype, it was bad.
Okay.
It was a really bad day.
So that lesson, we're talking about GameStop that did that whole roller coaster, and the Reddit people ran the numbers up, and the institutional people had a bunch of it, and now they're losing money. We're talking about something that's artificial. We're not doing the artificial sweetness. We're not doing the artificial anything. We're buying the real stuff.
That's right.
And if the fundamentals are not right, we're not having anyone who knows us, speaks to us, listens to us, go on that ship.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so with GameStop, we're not playing that game again.
No.
Nobody's jumping on
It's
that.
momentum investing, and it's just, it's all it is really. It's momentum, and it's hype, and it's fear of missing out. FMO, fear.
And I know people emailing you all day. Hey, should I be jumping on this thing? Should I get on this boat again? I missed last time.
They were hitting us up great, and that's why Jay came in. But I said this is clearly fear of missing out situation. Oh, let me catch lightning in a bottle again. And that's what you have when you have that kind of pullback in the same trading day. That's not normal.
Okay.
That's not normal.
All right. I think the stamp been put on it. We understand. We're not playing to go for the hype.
No.
This is stock investing. Same with real estate, same with crypto, same with any market that if you're seeing artificial movement, we don't want to play that game. We want to let them do their thing.
We not gonna say no name, but you was telling me why you agreed with me and we didn't ride with this certain real estate guy, with this certain.
Okay, we'll talk about that just briefly.
Yeah.
Because we're talking stock, but realistically, real estate has some fundamentals.
Right.
You know, it was a 2-story building. It's not a 3-story building.
That's right.
If it's 1,600 square feet, it's not 2,000 square feet.
That's right.
So there's fundamentals, there's footprints, there's indicators that says this is what it is. And when people come along, nobody to be named,
right?
People come along and tell you, hey man, I got this brand new thing that, overnight you get 20% and it's gonna keep jumping and we're gonna own the world. Just take another chill pill and understand that, we're not playing the hype. Understand that the fundamentals remain the same. Now, there's ways to get more money out of a particular investment and do certain things, but when it's, again, too good to be true,
It probably is.
But
it
cash,
probably is too good.
give me your money. I'm gonna go work it. And I'm gonna give you back 20%.
Every month, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man, in perpetuity. We're just gonna get 20%, and
but you gotta give me the money.
I gotta give it
so
to
I
you.
can go.
Yeah, 'cause
I know best how to do this,
you do
Cash.
know.
Like you.
I understand. No, we're not gonna do that.
Oh,
we're gonna
okay.
take a chill pill. We're gonna understand the fundamentals. I'm gonna keep my bread in my pocket. Get this education, because all things get your understanding. That's right. And so we're gonna do that, and we advocate that. And in real estate, same way it is in stock market. Get your fundamentals, get your education, and don't go for the next hot ticket, next thing somebody put in your email address. That's just, it should be common sense, but we're just gonna say common isn't always common. And so we're just gonna understand that more information is better.
And some people are just really good with words and very charismatic.
Right.
It's
So if I
just how
speak
it is.
better, I probably invest your money better, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I mean,
okay.
just gotta, make sure you understand. And so make sure you thoroughly understand. If you can't understand, like the great Warren Buffett says, if I can't understand it, I don't put my money in it.
Okay. And
so,
that's why he's the top dog.
Tried and true. So I mean, some things you just can't get away from.
Right.
To me, at the end of the day, I would simply say never hand money to anybody. If somebody has something that they think is a good idea, what you should really tell them is, cool, I'll go in with you. Well, let's go together. We going together. That means I'm not writing the check to you. I'm gonna write the check to whatever this investment is supposed to be.
Okay.
I want to be there for the action, because when you put your money in somebody else's hands, you're no longer investing in what they were selling. You're investing in them. And that's the part that I've realized over the years that a lot of people have missed when they jump onto these quick deals, or even the ones they've ended up calling schemes or pyramids.
Right.
These people are selling you things, but really they're selling themselves. So when you give that money, it's not really going to the idea itself, it's going to the person who told you the idea. Because if you wanted to be in the idea, you would say, okay, give me the information, and I'll go do this myself.
Make it happen. Okay.
Right. And that's I think would be the more fair way of handling. If you're gonna lose at something that someone sold you so hard, at least know that you were the actual person that got your feet wet. Don't believe you just get to throw your money and then it comes back sprinkling raindrops of money out of thin air. It just
9 out of 10 is not happening.
It's not gonna happen. No.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna let them ponder that a little while.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So stocks, real estate, whatever you're investing in, keep control, get the education, and then make it work. Make it work.
That's right. Make sure you're with the right team, the good team that knows they got a history of producing. They know the information, and they know how to work it.
All right.
Good mentor like Cash, like J-Tech, like JD Boom. That's really what we're saying. That's really.
Put itself in there. But either way, it's about information. Wherever you get that information from, trust your source, vet it out, follow it a little bit, and then you can reap your rewards. So we're gonna lay it there.
Let's do it.
And then we're gonna say, hey, thank you.
That's right.
And on behalf of Pivot Point Investors, we're just dropping some nuggets, giving you fundamentals, keeping you grounded when the rain is falling and everything's in turmoil. Just chill. That's what we're gonna do, and stay consistent. So on behalf of Pivot Point Investors, I'm AC Cash. This is JD
Technician.
and this is
JD Boom.
Giving you the information, simple, fundamentally, letting you know how to grow your investments into tens, hundreds, thousands, millions with fundamentals, proven principles. That's what we're doing here on Pivot Point Investors. Till next time, chill.